Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Wednesday night edition of Inside the Headset. Going to roll back over to Memphis. Going to go to the private sector. Going to talk to my good buddy of the Christian Brothers Purple Wave, head coach Thomas McDaniel. How you doing tonight, Coach?
I'm good. Another odd situation sitting in my, I don't know what you would call it, I guess my bar area, waiting for a Microsoft Teams meeting with my parents for back to school night. So kind of juggling a couple things at once here. And, having back to school virtual. So just
really?
These are the times.
So what happened? Can you kind of take us through it? I mean, what happened?
What do you mean? Oh, well, we're just, man, I mean, you're in such a different spot than us. Every county and every situation is a little bit different, but we're fully virtual as a school right now. And actually we were hybrid, and we just found out on Sunday that we're going fully virtual. And so anyways, we're having back to school night tonight, and that ended up being virtual. But the bottom line is we had two teachers that at the end of last week tested positive, and we had a couple cases within the school, and our administration just felt like it was best to go ahead, press pause, and give us a chance to reset. So, we didn't have a game for this Friday coming up anyway, and we were supposed to play Briarcrest in 2 weeks, and that's not going to happen now. So, we're, man. I mean, I was at home at 3:30. And got to find something to do for a couple weeks. It's pretty frustrating, but again, that's the world we live in right now.
When you say just full virtual, that means that shuts down all extracurricular activities.
Exactly.
Too. That's what you're trying to tell
exactly.
me. You're saying that, okay, Stork, we get up at 8, you go to school virtually till 3 or whatever, then you turn your computer off and whatever, but you can't have any organized football, no more games, no more nothing, no more anything.
For 2 weeks. So
wow.
Again, really weird timing. But the bottom line is we played JP2. Found out on Sunday that we're being shut down for 2 weeks. Again, that was an administration decision, and I support it. I
do too. I understand. Yeah.
But yeah, we weren't supposed to play this Friday. We're not going to get to play Briarcrest next Friday. The following Friday after that, which I believe is October the 6th, 7th,
yeah,
was fall break.
Mm-hmm.
So we won't play again until October 13th, which is SBA.
Wow. So
yeah, now tell me about it.
Okay, and I'm not trying to be mean. So what happens in Bartlett's shut down too, aren't they?
No.
Okay, so you will have to take a loss.
We played Briarcrest.
Or Briarcrest. Briarcrest.
Yeah.
Are they shut down?
No, they're not shut down. So we're trying to figure out, are we going to play them on October 23rd, which is between SBA and NBA, or do we play them the first for what Division II would consider the first round of the playoffs, which is the same week I believe that NBA is going to play Innsworth. I may be wrong there, but
I see what you're saying, because normally you all don't play in the first round, so you do have a gateway out to make up a region contest, don't you?
Correct. So we'll either play Briarcrest on October the 23rd or November the 6th, I believe.
So, and I'm not trying to be stupid or look up underneath the hood, but I am. What do you do at this point as far as trying to communicate with your team, I'm not trying to be stupid, but what do you do, Coach?
No, it's crazy.
I mean,
it's crazy.
What's the marching orders? I mean.
Yeah. So I'll tell you straight up. We can't have any face-to-face contact with them. They can't be on campus. So basically, what we let's see, how'd this go down? We found out Sunday afternoon. Monday, I started making my plan for what we were going to do in the meantime, and then today's Wednesday. Yeah, Monday I started making my plan, so I gave them Monday off because we had a freshman JV game against MUS that got canceled.
Right, so no football, right. So now you got Tuesday.
And so we have a parent who owns, for lack of a better term, an old, what used to be a D1 building. You know the D1s.
Yep. I'm very familiar with them. Yep.
All right. And so basically we have voluntary workouts for some of the kids. Another example of how all this stuff sucks. I mean, we went to JP2. When we drove to JP2, we drove in cars. I mean, we didn't have a pregame meal. I mean, it was like Pop Warner football. They met
I've been there. I've been there. I followed Gene Carr. I've been there. I've been to Waverly, Belmont. I've been everywhere like that.
Yeah. So I mean, that's just again another example of how everything's different. But the bottom line is, we can't have everybody together right now, and I can't be around them. So we found a facility. I found some dads that are willing to, monitor the guys that want to come work out. It's voluntary if they want to go. They got to wear a mask. They got to have the cleanser and all that stuff. But anyway, they got a place to work out if they want to. So really, right now, we're just spoon feeding them workouts and runs, and they're like Monday we did film through Microsoft Teams, which is like Zoom.
Yes.
So we did film by position through our virtual, platform, and then
how did you like that?
I got position coach.
How do you like that? I mean, how do you feel?
It's not been bad at all. I mean, we've done it once already this year. I gave them off one. Maybe it was we played FACS on a Thursday because of the weather.
Right.
And instead of bringing them in on Friday after school, I just did it through Microsoft Teams, and it went well. But again, my kids are used to it because they're not in class all the time, and we were virtual before this thing got to be a hot topic in the summer. I mean, as soon as we went pandemic, we were rolling as a school, so we never really shut down.
Yeah.
So anyways, my kids are used to it. So for example, Sunday at 4:00, I was able to rally a Microsoft Teams meeting together while I was driving to this facility to look and see if it was going to be able to accommodate us. And I was on my phone getting out of my car, and I had a team meeting. Again, it wasn't with 100 of them. It was with about 40. But I had a team meeting on Sunday on my phone, and we talked to each other, and I explained to them about the obstacle that was fixing to be put in front of us, and it's not a death sentence, and it's not the end of the road, because I think a lot of them were going to panic. But honestly, we're 3 days into this, and they've handled it like champions. So
great.
I mean,
I'm happy for you. I mean, you got. Yeah. I mean, life is. This is what it's about, Coach. Life is the same way. You're not going. I mean, it isn't going to be just like you said. But I can't imagine. I do want to go back. So how many kids did you suit against JP2?
Right at 50.
Okay, so you had basically anywhere between 45 to 50 different cars rolling on the highway coming to the ball game, like you said, at a Pop Warner. So where in the heck did you all meet? Did you say everybody be at the field at 5:30? I mean, what did you?
Yes.
Okay.
It was literally. Some people say, "Hey, are we going to caravan and all that?" And I was like, "No, we're just meet me at J." Everybody's got Google, whatever.
Yeah, get Waze,
whatever you got. I mean, don't be later than 5:00. And they got there, and again, as crazy as it is, I mean, they handled it great. The kids got there, they got focused. What did they eat beforehand? I have no idea. Did they sleep? Did they drive? Did they play video games? I don't know. But we went out and played well. So I mean, I've just kind of learned to let some of that stuff go. 5 years ago.
Coach, you'd been insane. You've been up all night.
But I mean, we really don't have any control over it, so it's hard for me to I don't know. It's hard for me to lecture them about stuff and not believe it myself. So I gotta, all the time remind them we got to control what we can control. And there's certain stuff we can't control, and that's one of them. So we don't worry about it.
Well, and you got to realize what's threatening, deadly, and dangerous to your team. There's certain things that are threatening and certain things that are, dangerous. But is it going to shut you down, literally, or are we going to be able to, like you say, keep on pressing and going on through it? Well, you did.
Yeah, but like you talk about the metaphor about life or whatever. But it's the same. It's the same thing I've told them. I mean, the easy way is not always the best way. So
right.
It's been hard on us all summer and fall, and it's going to continue to be hard. But we're persevering, and like I said, to give our kids some kudos for Friday. We went up to JP2. They were 4-0. Best start they've had in a long time. Good football team, really good running back, veteran quarterback, bunch of offensive linemen.
They beat Smyrna.
Back. I mean, they had a good football team last year.
They beat Smyrna,
and we played really well, and so. there was really kind of by the time we got to halftime, it was pretty obvious we were the better team. And by midway through the third quarter, we really imposed our will on them. So again, all things considered, I mean, I couldn't be prouder of our kids. There's a lot of things we got to do better. There's a lot of guys that aren't producing to the level of what I've expected of them. But for the most part, I mean, we're doing outstanding. I think we rushed for 420 yards, if I'm not mistaken. Dallin Hayden had 1,200. He's got 1,200 yards in 5 games, 15 touchdowns.
Wow.
Ty Wilson, our backup running back, who we desperately needed to get healthy, came back and scored the first play he was in. So, giving us depth at tailback that we didn't have, and just all in all, very good game. So again, I just
hate it because I just hate it because you kind of knew, and when you took the job at Christian Brothers, you kind of knew it was going to take a little bit to get your template in and everything. And now you're probably rolling hotter than you've ever have, and got all pistons clicking, and got a good bunch of kids and want to go do this thing. And here's this obstacle in the way, but it's relevant, but it's not relevant because it's not affecting it's not affecting the team across the way.
Right, no doubt. But again, what we have to do is I just tell them all the time, whether it's the travel or whether it's the 2-week break or whatever, it's another obstacle. It can be used as another excuse. It's going to be about how we perceive it, and how we look at it, and then how we attack it. And so it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. You say, well, I mean, literally, we're not going to play. We're going to go between JP2 and SBA. There'll be a 4-week break.
Okay.
I mean, that's just crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, but again, that's on us. We got to make sure when we get back, we do a good job of preparing for practice. They're going to be fresh. We got the next 2 weeks to get in better shape and get stronger. And it's time for some of these older guys to grow up and lead. Just take advantage of your opportunities.
You are exactly right. You couldn't have said it better. It's really getting close to time to giving the wheel to the seniors and letting them have it, because
that's right.
Because we're at that point that if you're going to Cook Vegas, we got 10 more weeks. I mean, you got 10 more weeks to get to Cook Vegas. So because it takes 15.
Yeah, and I know that you've talked to enough coaches, but I mean, again, in our area in Memphis, if you would have told me 8 weeks ago, hey, you're going to get 5 games in, would you take it? I would almost certainly have said yes. Now that we've gotten 5 games in, is that good enough? Hell no, it's not.
No.
But again, every day right now is a gift, considering the pandemic and all the stresses we're under. And I think we're going to get through the season. We just got another setback, and it's just another thing we got to work through.
As a coach association president, have you heard anything else across the state, or anybody else, having any major problems or anything, Coach?
I mean, I think you see it every week in the scheduling.
Right.
Krager's tweeting about it all the time and whatnot.
Oh yeah, he's monitoring it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I think you see it, but I think, to be honest with you, to be very frank, outside of Coach Rankin and Coach Crawford at Brentwood and Chris White and Matt Kreisky and Kit Hartsfield, I'm not really sure that I even pay attention to anything. I mean, I just got enough to worry about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm sure everybody's dealing with it their own way, but I just kind of stick my head down in the ground and do the best I can to see my girls when I'm not at football, and that's kind of about as far as it goes for me.
All right, Coach. Well, I hope it gets better over there, and I'll try to talk to you next week and everything. Everything else going okay? Mom, Dad, good?
Yeah, everything's good, brother. Yep, we're just we're rolling along, and we'll get back to it. So I'm optimistic.
Thank you for everything you do, Coach, and we will talk to you soon.
All right, Stork. Appreciate you, brother.
See you. Bye.